In our busy world where everything is as fast as the speed of light, we struggle and hustle to be seen, to be a voice,
to be heard in the midst of noise.
Is the justice. We need to do what is right. And those who do not learn from history will only repeat the blunders of history till they become history.
One thing is certain, there's always something up. Leadership, culture, trends, politics, religion, education, hospitality, business. One focus every week. Stay updated on the matter.
Good evening and welcome to a new edition of The Matter. My name is Otobasi Tom. As you all know, this content is coming to you via the platform of Tito Television Ed Studios, and it is an exclusive content for our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. So you might want to check us out on those platforms. We have more news updates on our Facebook page, and of course, check us out on YouTube at Tito Television Ed Studios. Do well to turn on your notification button so you can get notifications of new updates. All right. Today on the program, we will be taking a look at 1 week of President Tinubu, who was inaugurated on the 29th of May 2023, finally putting an end to the electioneering and all that transpired during the 2023 election, the speculations that inauguration will not hold and all of that. Meanwhile, we still know that there's a case going on in court. Until that is resolved, President Tinubu remains the 16th president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And yes, before we get down into the details of this, let's quickly take a look at headlines for the week. And when we come back, the program will return. Don't go away because there is more interesting information that will be let loose in the course of this program that would interest you. Stay with us. We're glad to have you back, Duel, to read up on those stories on our Facebook page because we have full details of those stories there. All right, and we will also encourage you to like, comment, and share this video. Get involved in the conversation by dropping your opinions and your comments in the comment section, and that would do us a whole lot of good. Okay, moving ahead. Like we established on the program when we started, that on the 29th of May 2023, Nigeria welcomed her new president, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, who assumed office and also had kick-started a lot of things. Now, three powerful words changed the whole dynamics, changed the game in Nigeria, and a lot of Nigerians are at quagmire, wondering what is their fate. And that has to do with the inauguration speech of the president when he mentioned that subsidy is over. Well, in the real sense of it, the subsidy regime had ended long before now, way long as February 2022. But by the pronouncement of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, it took effect, immediate effect, as you might want to put it. Let's take a look at how well President Ahmed Bola Tinubu has done in the last 1 week, from Monday till now. And when we come back, we will settle in on the fuel subsidy saga and possibly clarify some issues that might be conflicting for the general public. Stay with us. When we come back, the program continues.
Alhaji Ahmed Bola Tinubu was inaugurated as Nigeria's 16th president on Monday, May 29th at the Eagle Square in the nation's capital city, Abuja. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Olukayode Ariwola, administered the oath of office to Tinubu and his deputy Kashim Shettima at exactly 10:28 a.m. and 10:38 a.m. respectively. Few hours later, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had appointed Victor Adeleke as State Chief of Protocol, SCO. Mr. Adeleke replaced Hassini Adamu, the SCO for former President Muhammadu Buhari. On his first day in office, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu met with the Group Chief Executive Officer, GCEO, of NNPC Limited, Malam Mala Kairi, and Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele, at the State House on Tuesday afternoon. The purpose of the meeting was linked to Tinubu's remark regarding the removal of fuel subsidy, which he mentioned in his inaugural speech on Monday. The leadership of the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, led by Joe Ejiro, met with the officials of the new administration at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. The meeting, which took place in the office of the Chief of Staff, was being attended by the Permanent Secretary's Ministry of Labour and Employment, Chief Executive Officer CEO of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, and former Edo State Governor, Adams Oshomole, amongst others. He moved next to hold his first meeting with service chiefs, the Inspector General of Police, and head of security agencies. The service chiefs present were Lucky Irabo, Chief of Defense Staff, Farouk Yahaya, Chief of Army Staff, Awal Gambo, Chief of Air Staff, and Isaka Amor, Chief of Naval Staff. Others are Uzma Baba, the Inspector General of Police, Yusuf Bochi, Director General of the Department of State Service, DSS, and Ahmed Abubakar, Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, NIA. President Bola Tinubu on Thursday met with members of the Progressive Governors Forum (PGF) in the council chambers of the Presidential Villa, Abuja. The president, who was joined by Vice President Kashim Shettima, met with the governors of the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) for the first time since his inauguration. The agenda of the meeting, which kicked off at about 11:35 a.m., was unknown as at the time of filing. Also, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu met Senate President Ahmed Lawal and Speaker of the House of Representatives Femi Bajabiamila at the Aso Rock Presidential Villa, Abuja. It was gathered that the meeting began at a few minutes past 2 p.m. shortly after the principal officers arrived at the State House. Although the purpose of the meeting is not yet public, it may be connected to the inauguration of the members of the 10th National Assembly scheduled for June 5th and the eventual election of a new Senate President, Deputy Senate President, Speaker, and Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives. President Ahmed Bola Tinubu was also said to be meeting with James Ibori, former governor of Delta State, Yesun Wike, the immediate past governor of Rivers State, and Seyi Makinde, governor of Oyo State. Also, the agenda of the meeting was not disclosed.
This is a president that can prepare. Perhaps he had long before now strategized on what he was going to do. You could see the coordination when it comes to top meetings, which will determine the decision that will be taken by this administration. The meeting with the governors of the All Progressives Congress, the meeting with the NLC, the meeting with Femi Bajabiamila and the Senate President Ahmed Lawal, and you could see that all those meetings are geared towards policies that this government will come up with, and that is to a large extent consulting widely and getting opinions of people at different quarters. Well, about the fuel subsidy removal, how well is this sinking down in the minds of an average Nigerian? A lot of Nigerians, especially those who are educated, are quite aware of what is going on, but for those in the market, how do they understand, or what do they understand about fuel subsidy? Let's listen to their opinions, their understanding about fuel subsidy, and when we come back, we will do a whole lot on analyzing what fuel subsidy actually means and giving you the true situation of where Nigeria is right now.
My sister, is that a question? Subsidy is hard life. Our president said that he will reduce some subsidy. Since then everything is high. Subsidy, you have known that everything in Nigeria is very cost. People where if you want to enter Keke from Ikorekone Road to Plaza, before we used to pay 100 naira, but now it's 200 naira, 250. If you enter, if you don't have money, you will see how what do they call it? The driver will start tracking you. Why did you enter my Keke? Don't you know that fuel is too cost? I said, okay, relax now. So I don't even know about. Now this country is too hard. Me, I'm tired of this country.
You get your subsidy from them. And you get more that came down like 300. You can manage for the 6 months. Now you will get the bandera Itaba, the bandera Itaba. Have your federal government. Anyway, say, now I say, I got 300 naira manage for that 6 months.
I don't understand it. Because people when they cry about fuel they cost. So filling station and they sell them later in 550 something, 540.
The new president said that they remove the fuel subsidy that make everything to go high. Fuel 1,000 naira liter. They cannot move again to travel to buy something. It's very, very hectic. I don't know how are we going to do this in Nigeria. We poor people are free. We cannot. Gari is 100 naira. Now, what I can walk up of Gari is getting to be 200 naira. Look at we that have little children. What are we going to do? Are we going to eat? How are we going to do? It's very, very sad. So I don't know what is going on in our country, Nigeria.
So, but in again, mammy, no, I can't grow, man. Am I assume maybe Baba, the Mark and Mark?
Quite funny, because we could see that quite a lot of persons are lost in the word subsidy. So in our next feature, we will be telling you what subsidy is and the true situation of the removal of fuel subsidy in Nigeria. What does this entail? When will this end? Is there an end actually? This next feature will explain that. Don't go away.
Subsidy is a sum of money granted by the state or a public body that helps an industry or business keep the price of a commodity or service low. It comes usually in the form of a cash payment from the government or a targeted tax cut. Subsidy was first introduced in Nigeria in 1970s as a response to the oil price shock in 1973. However, despite numerous attempts at reforms, previous governments had never successfully removed gasoline subsidy, in large part due to strong opposition to reforms. Here are some clarifications you need to know. Subsidy regime ended on February 17, 2022, according to the group CEO of NNPC. According to the law, 6 months after the enactment of Petroleum Subsidy Act (PIA), petroleum products, especially premium motor spirit petrol, must be priced at the market price. Now, what happened before now is that the immediate past government decided to appropriate for 6 months, which was supposed to elapse at the end of June. However, since February last year, the government never funded subsidy. The question is, who funded subsidy? Since February 2022, NNPC funded subsidy on the grounds that the federal government will reimburse. Now, Nigeria has a new president. A new government has been put in place who says subsidy is over. Who will pay NNPC the outstanding deficit owed by the federal government? The load is left on the masses. This explains the current hike in the price of petrol. Will the price ever come down? Well, yes. It is believed that this will bring some form of efficiency into the system as marketers' ability to get the PMS to their station at the cheapest means, ability to negotiate good contracts for marine and depot activities will bring in the needed competition, and Nigerians will indeed have an option in the long run. In the meantime, the government of President Tinubu is looking at possible ways to alleviate the effect on citizens.
Well, we trust that we were able to inform you and also keep you abreast with things that you need to know, especially in critical times like this. Do well to join us again next week when the program returns. My name is Otobasi Tom. Also, I would like you to like, comment, and share this content as wide as possible so that a lot of persons who might not be open to this information or a lot of persons who might not be privileged to have this information could also benefit from this content, from this video. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Many, many, many thanks. Like, comment, and share. See you next week.